Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Giants taking on the Miami Dolphins.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Giants. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we talk about ordering dinner, ordering some
snacks. I was
snacks.
just going to say.
That's where I go.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage, came right back and ran the ball.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
A gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 9.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it. Running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
And the Dolphins
from the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Carter. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field.
Complete.
A big play there for the Dolphins. 48 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
Carter's pass.
An 18-yard touchdown, Brown. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Ingram. Incomplete.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers. Now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots down.
Field. 10 more yards. Complete to Alvin Kamara. 10 yards on the pickup. It's
a good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Off play action. Jones. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 1st down Giants, Jones to Ingram.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Daniel Jones sacked. Tackled back at the
well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the 1st half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
But that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's third and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
That's complete.
A 14-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And this one through the uprights and good. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own.
Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. And maybe the Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you? And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. J.J. Watt. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Giants nothing.
And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Miami set to take over. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On first down, Carter. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away.
Charles, we're going to look at the draft class here for this team. What do you think?
Well, I think for the most part, I do like what they did because, to me, they got some solid players in the early rounds. And then if I'm correct in my evaluation, they got some great value in the later rounds as well.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again, Carter. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Parker unable to get that one, and that'll make it third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now Carter on third down. And it's caught by Parker. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Barkley, toss play left. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
28-yard line.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On the run, this is Hunt. Down to the 25. The tackle there by Crayvon LeBlanc.
At the 25-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Carter off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. Able to find Shaheen here. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Some early fireworks from this rookie quarterback getting the start in week 1.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start week 1, you and I both know the extra attention that comes with it. We know that he's going to throw the football, but will he make the right decisions? And in this case, with his legs, he showed the defense there's an extra dynamic to his game.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. That time a 9-play drive. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Mike 51.
Throwing again. Jones. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there. First down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On 2nd and 12, Jones. That's complete to Slayton. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and
4. The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run it with Kamara, and this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton there to make the grab. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Set to kick off.
Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Carter now on first down. And throw right side complete to Parker. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Carter. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Back to throw is Carter. To throw again. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Now a first and 10 at the 11.
Operating from the gun, Carter escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown.
Parker. Touchdown.
2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company.
And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. Catch made by Slayton. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
Throwing Jones. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Operating from the gun, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Here's Jones, throwing on first down. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. That catch good for only a couple.
Alvin Kamara out of bounds at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on... All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From the 6. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, but it'll be second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Carter. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Open receiver here, complete. It's Parker. A good pickup there, a 22.
22 yards.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now he's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, Jones. The open man is Westbrook. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Jones on 1st and 10. This one is Slayton over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Jones now on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Here's Kamara off the draw, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
At their own 16-yard.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He has been on his A game. We're in the third quarter. He's already in search of touchdown pass number 5.
He's played so well that it's hard for me to take my eyes off of it, even when he's not on the field. I keep finding my eyes finding him on the bench in between series, wondering what he's going to do next. This has been a blast to watch him play the position.
He's been spectacular with those 4 touchdown passes.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Operating from the gun, Carter. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
50 the mic. I got you. Check. Lucky. Cowboy 80. Track 60. Mike 50.
Looking to throw. Carter. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Miami.
60 evil. Let him know.
Here's Carter throwing on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And now the rookie's free.
Let's get that swagger, y'all.
All the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Possession of the football going back over to the Giants. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones to Shepard, complete over the middle.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running with Kamara. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Off the play fake. Jones. And he finds a man with a crossing route. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants are in for 6. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
28-yard line.
comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the time.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Touchdown.
Saquon Barkley, 72 yards. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though. And he's able to put it through. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And a long run into the end zone, and what a run it was.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 30-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, Jones. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
At the 39.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Well, pass there, complete to Westbrook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well.
Jones hit, and the ball's out. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession.
Daniel Jones sacked.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Giants are in for 6.
And that touchdown there, it's not going to get them a win. It makes things a little more respectable.
Yeah, a little more palatable going out in this ball game. A little something to build on going into the next game, but it won't alter the final score.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter.
Now Carter on 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to Berkeley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. Devontae Parker, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this?
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
No good on the fake extra point.
I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
The New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's Jones on 1st down.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And he completes it to Westbrook.
Jones pass.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
A gain of 5.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones.
The goal for any offense.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
Raekwon Davis
in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
51 the mic, boy, 51.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted.
Brandon Jones picking it off.
By the Dolphins.
This is how we're good,
They'll take over first and 10.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Carter operating from the gun. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going to throw right side here, complete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
And the Dolphin first down.
On first and 10, Carter. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 56.
From the gun, Carter. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
3 yards. Brings up fourth down.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Dolphins, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back in the winning column.